Hello, 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 and welcome to the Manifest on Purpose Mindset Show Backstage. I am your host, Kimberly Williams. On that show, I help you align your mindset with the things you really want in your life so that you can manifest the best version of yourself. You can find that show right here on the YouTube feed. Before I jump into the video, let me jump into some gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for sharing this with your friends. And also thank you for subscribing and clicking that notification bell so that you can get updates on the newest videos. Today, I'm going into detail about Conversation 101. What is the God mind? If you haven't listened to that conversation yet, go down in the YouTube feed and find Conversation 101. What is the God mind? Listen to that and then come back here for the extended version. The reason I chose this topic is because I want to talk about unity. I really do. And the God mind was a perfect way to bring that up. I didn't know how I was going to do it at first because so many people get sensitive when you use the G word, when you use the God word. But I think it's a conversation that we really need to have because the God mind is what connects all of us. According to metaphysics, we're it's only one mind and we're all connected through that one mind. So it doesn't matter who you are, what your background is, what your culture is, what path you're on, what your faith is, what your belief system is, or your religious. It doesn't matter what those are. You're still connected to the God mind. You're still connected to God. In the Bible, there's a scripture that says that we were made in the image and likeness. That means that primal energy, which is just the meaning original energy, the creative energy, is a part of all of us. We're all connected to that energy, and that is important. So when you find out that people have differences, know that even though there may be some differences there, you're still connected to that person. Everybody's on the search for God. A lot of people are on the search for God, including me. I used to be on the search for God when I was young. I was searching to find out who this God that I heard about so much was. People want to know who, what, when, where, or how. But I'll tell you the truth. God, or whatever you choose to call that primal creative energy, is whatever you believe it to be. Whatever you believe it to be. It's everywhere. You don't have to search. It's already right here. It's already right here within you. That's what prompted me to talk about the God mind. My search for God, as I said, started in childhood, and I'll tell you this memory that I had. It was a bit scary for me. As a child, there were adults, and I don't want this to sound like it was creepy or anything because most of these adults knew the children, but they would try to convert the children to um, their faith or their belief system. And the way that it was done to me was through scare tactics, although I know that they probably didn't mean to scare the children. They were just trying to get them to convert. But let me tell you, it scared me. It scared me. And it's something that I hung on to for a long time. I was told that if I did not convert or accept God in my life, that I would go to hell. And they went on to illustrate what hell was like. They told me that you would be burning in the lake of fire for eternity. And if you were thirsty, you wouldn't even be able to get a drop of water. I even read a book before that talked about this like circus ring in hell, where the person is in the middle of the circus and in the middle of the ring, and the entities would take turns tormenting this person for 24 hours all day long. And they kept saying that this place would burn for an eternity. And I thought to myself, wait a minute, how is a person going to burn forever? So I started thinking about things. I started wondering, what's up with this? But nonetheless, I was afraid. So guess what I did? I converted. Only to find out that there was more. Yes, there was more. After I converted, I was told that if I did not ask for forgiveness after I sinned, guess where I was going? Straight to hell. And I'm like, man, I thought I ducked that place. But no. And to top it off, they said that you don't even have to be involved in the physical sin. They said the sin is in the wish. So if you're thinking about sinning and you don't ask for forgiveness, then you are going to hell. Now imagine a child. To me, sin was like telling little white lies or not liking one of my friends or pulling someone's hair. And children are mischievous. So we were always doing something. Needless to say, I can remember days where I was thinking about things that I felt like were sinful. And I could remember all day repeating in my mind, like, please forgive me, God. Please forgive me, God. Just apologizing, asking for forgiveness because I was afraid to go to hell. And even then, in my youth, I started questioning things. I wonder, this God that they say that loves everybody so much will punish you? How could that be so? Or this God that they said loved everybody, how could it be a fact that it did not love everybody? Because if 20% of the population was a part of that belief system, what happened to the other 80%? Did God just love that 20% and don't love the 80%? I was really confused. And that's what led me on my search to God. And after that period, I learned from different religions, different cultures, different backgrounds. And I made in my mind at that point that really nobody should not be trying to convert anybody to anything. If it's something that's made for you, you're going to be automatically attracted to it. And another thing that I learned is that I have respect for any religion. No matter what your religion is, no matter what your faith is, no matter what you believe in, I have respect for that. Even though it may not be for me, there's something in all of them that I can learn from. I took that approach to it. And furthermore, I determined for myself that this primal energy that many people call God is just far too huge. It's all encompassing. It's just too amazing to be labeled, to be categorized, to be placed in a box, or as the Bible scripture said, to be hidden under a bush. No, it's no way you can label that. It's no way you can title that. And the reason why I use God is because so many people choose to use that word or choose to understand that word. But like I said, other ways of saying it is the universal mind, the cosmic mind, the universe, spirit, God. There's so many ways to call this primal energy, this primal creative energy, but really it's omnipresent, it's everywhere. You just can't label it. It's non-local. It is us. It is in everything. It is in the air you breathe. It is in the food you eat. It's even in the rock and the flowers or the people that you love or the people that you don't like at all. It's everywhere. And so I want to break down to you about what the God mind is, because I know I got thrown off on a tangent there. But we've been talking about the components of the mind. And according to metaphysics, these are the components of the mind. The conscious mind. The conscious mind is the thinking mind. This is the aware mind. This is when you are aware of what you're doing. It takes in sensations from your environment, sensations from you, and it makes decisions for you. The next mind that I want to talk about is the unconscious mind. Now, the unconscious mind is a little different. It retrieves its information from your past experiences and it holds on to those and replays them. And whenever you need them, it will send these out. And the way it sends out these automatic responses is through the psychic exchange center of the mind. That's the third component. In the psychic exchange portion of the mind, that's just like the broadcast center. Those thoughts that are in the subconscious mind are sent up to that broadcasting center so that that energetic frequency can be transmitted out into the universe. Then you have your collective unconscious mind. Your collective unconscious mind operates a little bit like your subconscious mind, except one thing. The information that comes in through the collective unconscious mind, instead of coming from your past experiences, it comes from a previous lifetime, a time before you were even aware of. And then you have your God mind, which your God mind is all knowing, all wise, and knows everything about you. It's your creative center. Now, when we talk about evolution and evolving, that's what's happening. You are trying to evolve so that you can merge with that God mind and become one with that God mind. So that is your main focus. That is your main goal. I want to talk about too the use of the Bible, because there are several scriptures that I've thrown out, especially in this conversation. And I want to let you know that because a lot of people, that's that's the next most sensitive topic. The first sensitive topic is the G word, which is God, because nobody wants you to tell them about their God. And then the Bible, and the Bible is a sensitive topic because it is considered a religious text. But not only is it a religious text, according to metaphysics, it's a book of the mind. It's an instruction book. For me, it's the basic instructions for living on earth. It teaches about consciousness. It teaches about mind. It teaches how we should be living on this path, and not in a literal sense. The Bible is set up in metaphors and stories. And it's interesting that it's done this way. And it's very smart that it's done this way, because that way the information can transcend generation to generation and people can still understand it because they can resonate with the stories. But the Bible is not only used for the religious text. As I said, it is used for a life book, an instruction for life, an instruction for consciousness. It's also an instructions for the mind. Some people use it as a spell book. Some people use it as divination. I use it as divination myself from time to time. So we have to be um, aware that the Bible is not only used for religious purposes. And when you read the Bible, just understand that you have to see what each scripture translates and how that scripture resonates with you. Have your mind open to the fact that it can mean more than one thing, because you can read a scripture and get several different interpretations from it. I love the Bible. And along with the Bible, I like to use, first of all, I like to use a study Bible. My favorite is the Dakes. That's the Dakes. And it has a nice concordance in that. And another nice concordance that you can use is the Strong's Concordance. And that can help you with some of the translations of the Bible. When Jesus in the Bible talked about his father's house has many mansions, he was talking about all of those components of the mind that I just mentioned. So it's important for you to use the Bible in the way that's best for you. And don't be afraid of it. It's not only a religious text. Another statement that I want to go over is all so-called individual minds are an individualized expression of God. So that means we all have a mind, an individual mind. We know that, but we are also all connected by this God mind. So that means that you have the freedom to believe what you want to believe. That's your individual mind. That's just the difference that we have. But at the same time, we're still connected. And the last thing I want to talk about, I wanted to answer the question, will God punish you? And I think you probably already know my take on this, because a lot of people say that God will punish you. This is happening because God is trying to punish you. No. Why would you try to punish something that you love? That's the first question. And this primal energy is love. This primal energy is the creative energy, the creator. We are the creation. Why would the creator want to hurt the creation? No, you will not be punished. No, you will not be going to hell, because heaven and hell are states of consciousness or states of mind. No, you will not be going to hell, and you will not be punished for what you do, what you believe, or anything, where you're from, how you act. It doesn't even matter whether you believe in that primal energy or not. It's still a part of you. It is still the creator. So today, I want you to challenge yourself. Find out what it means to you. What is that primal energy to you? It can be whatever you want it to be. Remember, whatever is true to you is true to you. I can't take that away from you. That's your freedom. So make sure you stand up for what you believe in. And at the same time, don't down others or frown upon others because of what they do or don't believe in. Everybody has their personal choice, everybody has their personal right, and everybody has a God mind that connects all of us together. Tap into that all knowing, that all wise part of yourself. Tap into the God mind. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.